Are you a homeowner in Lakewood, Colorado, or are you planning to make it your home? I'm going to break down the latest real estate market trends from August 2025 for single-family residences. Stick around because I'll be sharing some hidden opportunities that can make a big difference whether you're thinking about buying or selling. Okay, at a high level, the market in August for Lakewood had 3 months of housing supply. If you're not familiar with this stat or this term, months of supply refers to how long it would take to sell all the homes currently on the market based on the current pace of sales. So how does August compare to the previous month? Well, we're up 2.3 months from July. This isn't surprising considering that interest rates and most homes usually come on in the spring. This increase tells us that homeowners are wanting to sell right now, but there aren't a lot of buyers. However, the number of new listings for August is down 9%, but so are the total number of properties sold, which was 87, down 23% from last month. The median sale price in Lakewood currently sits at $715,000, but keep in mind that's a median across all neighborhoods and only single-family residences. That number is up 7.5% compared to this time last year and up 6% compared to July. And it's at its highest levels compared to 2024 and 2023. But in my opinion, this increase could be a result of the sellers not wanting to lower the price of their homes and overall higher interest rates, which is causing houses to sit a little longer. As we move into fall, we'll see what the interest rates do and how this changes. Next up, let's talk about the average list to sale price ratio, which came in at 98.7% in August. So that means on average, homes in Lakewood sold for less than what they were listed for. It's down slightly from last month at 99.2% and 99.74% this time last year. Now, it's important to remember that this number is heavily influenced by the pricing strategy that sellers are using. While some might interpret this as a market softening, what it really suggests is that sellers are pricing a little higher and buyers are not willing to pay the list price. We're not seeing much in the way of price drops so far this year. You might be wondering, okay, how long is it taking for homes to sell right now? In August, the average days on market in Lakewood was 41 days. That's a lot longer than July, when it took about 30 days, and it's definitely up from just 23 days this time last year. So if you're thinking about selling, be prepared for it to take a little longer than it has in the past. And we're starting to see some momentum build now that interest rates are slightly lower than what they were. Whether this shift is part of a larger market trend or just seasonal movement, we'll get a clear picture as we head more into fall. If you're thinking about buying either now or in the near future, interest rates are currently ranging between 5.5 and 6.5%, depending on whether you choose a fixed or variable rate, what loan type, like VA or conventional, and whether you're working with a traditional bank or an alternative lender. To sum it up, when you look at Lakewood's August market stats, it might seem like things are starting to stabilize, but in my opinion, August is typically a month with higher inventory. However, the buyer demand is down, which usually puts pressure on prices to decrease. Although sellers have not really budged on pricing, one thing we are seeing is more seller concessions. Sellers are helping buyers with closing costs or buying their rate down. So one key thing to remember is that macro level stats, they don't tell the full story, especially in the Denver metro area. What's happening in Lakewood can be totally different from what's happening in other parts of the metro. And even in Lakewood, micro markets vary greatly. For example, pricing trends tend to differ between single-family homes and townhomes or condos, and your experience will vary depending on the neighborhood. We're still not seeing bidding wars like we were in previous years, but some homes in certain areas are still getting multiple offers. It's just not the same frenzy as before. Whether you're buying or selling, your situation is totally unique, and broad market stats can only tell a part of the story. If you're curious about what the market really means for you, I'm happy to provide a free no-obligation market evaluation, or just simply chat about what your options are and what's going on in your neighborhood in a no-pressure, honest conversation. I'll always give you real insight so that you can make the best decision based on your personal goals and timeline. So if that sounds helpful, just click the link in this video to get started. And if you're not quite ready yet, feel free to check out my other videos, and I'll see you back here next month with another local update.